army of high orcs this size makes it out of the gate, why?
For fun. For the remaining time inside this dungeon, I shall
For fun? To them, our lives are just toys that they can play with and throw away whenever they please.
Levitation! Gravity acceleration! Levitation!
This dungeon belongs to the Hunters Guild. I know it's not my place, but right now, your strike squad is helpless. So may I have your permission to kill all the magic beasts here?
I leave it up to you.
This will really help me grow.
Out of the way! You can't avoid it! It's no use! Vanish into the shadow of the moon! Focus! Release!
You're an unworthy opponent. I'm ready. Let's try. Time for a count. An opening!
Vanish into the shadow of the moon! Focus! Release!
Light strike!
I see it all. Too slow.
I'll shred you! Flame Spear! Tearing through!
Time for a counterattack.
An opening!
Focus! I see it all.
It's no use!
Light strike!
Vanish into the shadow of the moon!
It was a good fight. Let's go. Let's try.
An opening!
the move! Focus! Release! Time for a count. Too slow. I see it all. An opening! Out of the way! You're an unworthy opponent. Now, let's get started. This is the first time I've ever felt energy this strong.
That shouldn't surprise you.
I'm sorry to say it, but this is a terrible matchup. For you, of course. I see it all. It's no use! Out of the way! Too slow. This is the end. Blade Spear! You can't avoid it! Out of the way! Out of the way! Vanish into the shadow of the moon! I'll end this! Focus! I'll shred you! Flames! It was a good fight. Shall we? This will really help me grow. It's over! Focus! Release! I'll end this! Out of the way! Out of the way! I'll shred you! Focus! An opening! You're an unworthy opponent. Time to warm up. I see an opening. Focus. Release. Vanish into the shadow of the moon! You can't avoid it! Flame Spear! Strike of Wrath! Time for a kick. It's no use! Focus!
Light strike!
Let's try. It was a good fight.
How foolish of you to act all high and mighty when your little puppets are doing all your work.
High and mighty? Speak for yourself. My shadows will regenerate infinitely as long as I have mana.
It doesn't matter if they regenerate, because your mana will drain faster.
You're going to die before that happens.
There's no use. While you waste your time, your soldiers will continue to decrease in number.
Well, I don't think you should be worrying about my mana reserves right now. I'm grossly outnumbered, and yet I have to fight these orcs in hand-to-hand combat. But this isn't the job change quest. The circumstances are different this time. Inventory. I can replenish my mana whenever I want to. It'll be quite the spectacle. Arise.
What's going on? My warriors have become the undead.
They too will join with my shadow. And ultimately, so will you.
Impossible. A monarch. Then why did we? Why are we here? Upon waking in this dungeon, all we heard was one command. Hunt the humans. We don't need a reason. We're just following orders. Go, slaughter him, and bring me his corpse.
This should be fun. Vanish. Let's try. You can't avoid it! Focus! Police! Time for a count. It's no use! Out of the way! I see it all.
Light strike!
I'll end this! I'll shred you! You're an unworthy opponent. So, let's try.
Vanish into the shadow of the moon! You can't avoid it! Focus! Release! Tearing through!
I see it all.
Too slow! Out of the way!
Light strike!
Time for a counterattack.
An opening! Out of the way! I'll end this! Out of the way!
It was a good fight. So, I'm ready. I see it all.
It's no use!
Light strike!
This is the end! I'll shred you! You hold! Focus! Release! Flame Spear!
Time to warm up.
Out of the way! Out of the way! Vanish into the shadow of the moon! It's over!
Time for a counterattack.
Too slow! Focus!
Light strike!
I see it all. Time for a counterattack.
An opening! Hold! Tearing through!
I see it all.
You can't avoid it! Focus! Release!
Enough with the joke.
It's no use!
You're an unworthy opponent.
Light strike!
Flame Spear!
You're an unworthy opponent. Let's try.
strike!